especially our new students, as we gather here to mark the beginning of your journey with us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Indral Banerjee, Faculty of English, JISU-University. Today, we are about to inaugurate the Student Induction Program 2024. Today is an important milestone as it marks the start of a new chapter in your academic life. The next few years will be filled with learning, growth, and countless opportunities. Our institution, JISU-University, has a proud history of academic excellence, vibrant student life, and a supportive community. And we are thrilled that you're all now part of the large JIS family. Welcome you all.
Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all the new members into the JIS family? Thank you so much. And to begin with, may I now request the dignitaries to kindly join us on the dais, starting off with Sardar Taranjit Singh, Sardar Haranjit Singh, Sardar Simarpreet Singh, Sardar Amanjot Singh, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Das, Mrs. Avanti Basu Chottaraj, Mr. Ankur Chaturvedi, Professor Bhavesh Bhattacharya, Professor Omlan Chakraborty, Sardar Amrik Singh, Mr. Shankar Ghosh, Mr. Dhruva Mukherjee, Sardar Harjot Singh, Mr. Anmol Singh Narula, Swami Sarvottam Mahananda Ji Maharaj, Dr. Brotati Bandhopadhyay, the Director of Management Studies, Dean Agriculture, Dr. Shukanto Dashgupta, Dean of Jurisdictional Science, Dr. Rakesh Kumar Dhar Dubey, and Dean of Academics, Mr. Himanshu Maji, requesting all the dignitaries to please join us on the dais, along with Dr. Praloy Ganguly.
I'd once again reiterate, Sardar Taranjit Singh, Honorable Chancellor, JIS-University and Managing Director, JIS Group, Sardar Haranjit Singh, Deputy Managing Director, JIS Group, Sardar Simarpreet Singh, Director, JIS Group, Sardar Amanjot Singh, Director, JIS Group, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Das, Ms. Avanti Basu Chottaraj, Mr. Ankur Chaturvedi, Professor Bhavesh Bhattacharya, Honorable Vice Chancellor, JIS-University, Professor Amlan Chakraborty. Sir, that's such a maimed response. I need a loud roar. Students, you're better than this, I know. I need a loud roar for the Student Induction Program 2024, JIS-University.
Also, our beloved Kakaji and Vidut Mujumdar sir joining us on stage. Thank you so much, dignitaries, for joining us on dais. We will now request the cultural team, the Hillol team from JIS-University, to please come onto the stage for the inaugural song.
The Hillol team of JIS-University, led by faculty members and students alike, present the inaugural song composed by Sholil Chaudhary. The prelude to the song has been composed by one of our dear students, Shweta Kundu, research scholar, Department of Biosciences. Please give a big round of applause for all of them. program. A big round of applause for the Hillol team. A big, big round of applause. Now we move on to the felicitation. I'd kindly request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Bhavesh Bhattacharya, to felicitate Sardar Amrik Singh. Sir, please, if you can. Honorable Vice Chancellor, JISU-University, felicitating Sardar Amrik Singh. We welcome Sir to the Student Induction Program 2024, all of us with a sense of deep gratitude.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Sardar Simarpreet Singh, the Director of JIAS Group, to felicitate Mr. Sanjay Kumar Das, the MD of WebEl.
It is only through a reverberating clap that we can welcome all the dignitaries on the dais. A reverberating clap, all of you.
Thank you so much. Moving on, requesting the Pro-Chancellor to please come forward to felicitate Professor Dr. Omlan Chakraborty, Director, School of Information.
I'd request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Bhavesh Bhattacharya,
to do the honors.
Sir, if you can kindly felicitate Professor Dr. Omlan Chakraborty, Director, School of Information Technology, Calcutta University. Professor Dr. Omlan Chakraborty, getting felicitated. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your august presence at the Student Induction Program 2024.
Thank you so much. Moving on, requesting Sardar Simarpreet Singh, the Director of JIAS Group, to felicitate Mr. Shankar Ghosh, the Managing Director of Accenture Asia Pacific. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on, requesting Dr. Praloy Ganguly to felicitate Ms. Avanti Basu Chottoraj, the Head of Business Development, South Asia Joint Venture Market, Private Markets.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, Mr. Ankur Chaturvedi, Associate Vice President, Excellence and Quality, Imam Limited, will be felicitated by Dean Academics, JISU-University, Professor Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Maji. Sir, if you can kindly do the honors. We want a huge round of applause from all of you.
Next, I will request Mr. Bidut Mojumdar to please come forward to felicitate Sardar Simarpreet Singh, Director of JIS Group.
There should be no interruptions in your clapping, right? A thunderous clapping for our very beloved director, Sir Sardar Simarpreet Singh, JIS Group. Thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to request Professor Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Maji to kindly felicitate our very beloved Bidut Mojumdar sir, GM Admin JIS Group.
Also requesting Mr. Harinder Pal Singh, our beloved Kakaji, to come on to the desk in the front, sir. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd now request Professor Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Maji to kindly felicitate Bidut Mojumdar sir.
Also requesting Simarpreet sir to felicitate Dr. Brotati Banerjee, the Director of Management Studies.
Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am would like to speak a few words. I'd request Bidut Mojumdar sir to kindly felicitate Mr. Dhruvo Mukherjee, CEO, ABP. Bidut Mojumdar sir, if you can kindly felicitate Mr. Dhruvo Mukherjee, CEO, ABP. Mr. Dhruvo Mukherjee being felicitated by Bidut Mojumdar sir. A huge, huge round of applause.
Requesting Maji sir to come again, once again, to felicitate Dr. Praloy Ganguly. Dr. Praloy Ganguly, Principal of GNIHM, being felicitated by the Dean of Academics, Himanshu Maji sir. Also requesting Dr. Shukanto Dashgupta, Dean of Agriculture, to please come forward. Maji sir, requesting you to do the honors. followed by Dean of Juridical Science, Dr. Rakesh Kumar Dhar Dubey. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, eminent dignitaries, for joining us on the dais. And now we are all set to begin the formal induction program with the lighting of the lamp. So can I request all the dignitaries to please come forward for the lamp lighting?
Requesting all the respected dignitaries to kindly come forward and light the lamp. The lighting of the lamp marks the formal inauguration of the Student Induction Program 2024 of JISU-University. All the dignitaries present on the dais to the front, inaugurating the Student Induction Program 2024 JISU-University. A huge, huge round of applause.
Indeed, a very glorious moment for the JIS University family, everyone gathered here today. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause once again?
This marks the formal beginning of the academic year 2024-2025, and we welcome all of you to the large JIS group family.
Thank you so much, dignitaries, for joining us on the dais.
I request all the dignitaries to take their seat. Thank you so much, all of you, all the respected dignitaries on the stage. Thank you very much. I would like to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, JISU-University, Professor Dr. Bhavesh Bhattacharya, to come to the podium and address the newly admitted students of JISU-University. So if you can kindly do the honors and address the students. A huge round of applause for our very dear Vice Chancellor, sir.
Very good morning to you all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, my colleagues and seniors from JIS Group, special invitees, proud parents of the newly admitted students, members of the press and media, my dear freshers, and other participants of today's function. I take it as my pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the university to this induction program for the newly admitted students. When we celebrate our association with you on this occasion. Friends, I've spoken a lot during the first 2 days of induction program at university level. I shall refrain from loading you with additional advices today. However, let me re-emphasize on this platform a few attributes which are considered as building blocks for your career aspirations. Dear students, you need to value your degree. Convert it into the signature of your success. Acquire at least one skill set which differentiates you from the masses for your trade. Be focused as you progress during the course of your program. Be focused on the path of truth, honesty, and humility. As you aspire to climb up the ladder of your success. And finally, I know you have come out with your parents. Some of you have come with your parents. Have a relook at them. Their emotional investment for your success. There is nothing satisfying than paying them back through your achievements. Friends, today we have a galaxy of eminent personalities to share their wisdom during the course of the event. Listen to their valued words and try to assimilate their spoken wisdom to shape your next course of your life. My very best to you, dear students. Be blessed. Thank you all.
I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly wait on the stage. Our own beloved Dean Academics, Dr. H.S. Majhi, would felicitate Sir. Thank you, sir. Honorable Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor of JIS Group and JIS University, a very good morning to all the dignitaries, constellation of beloved guests, faculty, staff, students and parents. On behalf of JIS Group and JIS University, I, Dr. Preeta Bose, would like to extend warm welcome to all the new students and their families. Welcome to JIS, the largest conglomerate in Eastern India. We are thrilled to have you on board and be a part of our vibrant and enthusiastic community of learning and culture.
As we begin this new chapter in your academic journey, I, Sakshar Saha, would like to remind you that JIS University is committed to providing you with a supportive, inclusive environment that fosters growth, learning, and exploration. Over the next couple of years, you will have the opportunity to discover your passion, develop your skills, and make lifelong connections with your peers and faculty members. I encourage you to embrace this journey with curiosity, enthusiasm, open mind. Take the advantage of the resources available to you in the university, participate in the extracurricular activities, and engage with the diverse community.
I would now like to call on stage Sardar Simarpreet Singh Sir, Director of JIS Group, to kindly come up and say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I can't hear. Good morning, everyone. I still can't hear. Good morning, everyone. That's better. On behalf of Sardar Taranjit Singh, our Chancellor, MD JIS Group, I welcome all of you to JIS University. And with my open heart, I welcome all of you to JIS family. We are 1 lakh plus family members. So you're part of the prestigious family of our group. And we welcome all of you. All the dignitaries on the dais have all come for you. We want you to be a good citizen of our country. We want you to be proud of our campus. We want you to be proud of our state as well. And as our VC said, we want you to thank your parents firstly, because they are very important in our life. I want all of you to go back home today and thank them, because they have worked hard for you to reach here. And you have to work more hard for them to be proud of you as well, and our country as well. So this is a small request from our side that please thank your parents. And you have taken admission in JIS University, but you are open to JIS family. So whatever resources, whatever lab, whatever facility, if you want from any of our campus, you're always welcome. Please talk to Dean Academics or Dean R&D. They'll be happy to connect you to any of our campus. You're part of the entire family, so don't consider only JIS University as your campus. As we know, JIS University is a small university. We're just 7 to 8 years old. We have a long way to go. And you guys are our support system for that. We expect that you will help us to make JIS University one of the pioneer universities of Eastern India. And with this hope, I want to thank all of you to present today. And I will not take much time, because we have collected speakers here, ranging from academia, media industry, hotel industry, and government bodies as well. So I want all of you to hear from them rather than me today. With this, I just want to say thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring and enlightening words. We have with us Mr. Sanjoy Kumar Das. He is the Managing Director of Webel. Mr. Sanjoy Kumar Das is Distinguished Socio-Development Administrator from 1996 of West Bengal Civil Service Cadre. Throughout his administrative journey, Mr. Das has held key positions in general revenue executive election administration across West Bengal. His roles included serving as block development officer, sub-divisional magistrate, and additional district magistrate. Notably, he managed the Asiatic Society, Kolkata, as administrative officer, initiated large-scale digitalization at the West Bengal State Archive. Mr. Das is an alumnus of Ramakrishna Mission Ashram, Narendrapur, and he holds a master's degree in law with a specialization in constitutional law from Kakatiya University and MBA from ICFAI University, a BSc honors in physics from Calcutta University. It's my great honor to invite Mr. Sanjoy Kumar Das. Sir, if we are really eagerly waiting to hear some inspiring words from you.
Good morning, students. Thank you very much. I really feel honored to come here and address you. And the entire responsibility behind that goes to Mr. Jisuniversity Singh. He is very dear to me. For long years together, I have been seeing him growing up with this organization along with his father and his uncles and others. The entire family has changed the, you can say, the ecosystem of education, starting with management, then medical education, then hotel management, then engineering education. I have remained associated with them in various capacities of mine with the government of West Bengal. I was there in higher education department for 3.5 years. We worked very closely, and this university is the outcome of that. So we should thank them and thank the state is also very proud of them that they have changed the texture and the ecosystem of education and take it to a new level. So my profound gratitude and thanks to them and the entire family of JIS Group. The authorities of the JIS University who have made it possible for all of you to come here, see this, huge, humongous infrastructure, educational infrastructure. Today morning I was writing a letter to National Skill Council head and trying to write what type of educational infrastructure we have in our state. And when I went on writing it, it actually went into some pages. When I shared that with my senior colleague, he said, such a long story nobody would read, so you need to cut short. Then I spent another hour to reduce it, but I could not reduce it by more than half a page. So that is the huge infrastructure right now West Bengal has in educational this skilling and upskilling. There are multiple wonderful higher institutions of learning. They have come up, and GIS is one of them. Today I am really proud to share the dais with some of the leading luminaries in education, in business, in industry, and you would be really, really happy to listen to them. And I have been asked to actually talk to you about how you can, think about making yourself relevant in the present day. My dear friends, I joined this service of West Bengal Civil Service 27 years back, and today, in 2024, I am seeing that I might be irrelevant in next years. By 2030, most of our mundane work or repetitive work would be taken over by first LLMs and now SLMs. How many of you know SLMs or rather LLMs? What is the full form of LLM? Anybody? Anybody? What is the full form of LLM? There should be a chorus. It is called large language model. You know ChatGPT 4.0? How many of you know? Raise your hands. So they are all LLMs. Same with Llama 3.0, same with Hugging Face 7.0. All of them are LLMs. And now the time has come, Professor Amlan Chakraborty might like to actually throw some light on SLMs too. I would request him to. So SLM is not a small language model. It is a sectoral language model. When you use the chatbot on your WhatsApp, it's an SLM. It's a sectoral language model. When you use Airtel and use their chatbot, that is a sectoral language model that they are actually cutting into from the large language model and bringing you solutions. Similarly, when you are in this university, it is an LLM and you need to have your own SLM. If you don't have your own SLM, whether you are reading in this university or whether you are working in any organization, you will not remain relevant. People like me, if I lose the job today, right now, I don't think any industry will take me, because during the journey, I might have learned many things, experienced many, but I am very bad at executing them. Industry wants execution. That's why Honorable Chairman, Chancellor just told you or advised you to take up one skill, a definitive skill in your learning. And national education policy and other policy that we follow in the state, your university will throw upon you lots of opportunities so that not only you can become an engineer, you can become a very outstanding and brilliant, skilled person in other or student or a professional in the years to come. In the state of West Bengal, the state government in the Department of Information Technology and Electronics has set up many centers of excellence. And you would also find many centers of excellence in your own university. Those centers of excellence need to bring out excellence and provide excellence, not mediocrity. So whatever you are going to actually see them or take their value out of that centers of excellence or those centers of excellence, you should seek quality, excellence, and imbibe that excellence inside you. And when you do that, remain very human. Because you might be getting the chance that your friend is unable to. Not because that he is incapable, qualitatively, but he is parents cannot afford, which your parents can afford. So there is a great responsibility that has been bestowed upon you by coming into this institution and other institutions of higher learning. That not only you will learn, you will ensure that the learning spreads laterally. You know, in India, when it became independent, not even a 1/3 of the whole populace had a latrine, that means shauchalaya, in home. Not even 1/3. And today, it is more than 97%. How? Just through making people aware. Having a sanitary latrine unit actually saves money. How? Because when you have diarrhea or any waterborne disease, but by not using latrine, and that actually stops you or prevents you from carrying on your own work. So very poor people, if they don't have latrine at their own home, they will lose job. And not only that will actually denigrate them into more poverty, that will also make them more morbid because they will die early. So it is far better to have a latrine or the sanitary latrine unit at home, and that's why just because there's this spread of awareness, today we are more than 97%. The population of ours, they have latrine unit. Similarly, in case of technology, we should make all around us aware. What is the good, bad, and ugly side of technology? How to remain away from that? It's very easy to take a picture as you are taking a picture and putting up into the internet. But are you actually denying my privacy when you are not seeking my permission to take my picture? And even more, putting that picture on internet without my permission? Remember, on 11th of August 2023, there was an act that was enacted. It is called Digital Personal Data Protection Act. And if you really, go through that act, you would understand that every person, just like my body, I have the right. Similarly, I have the right over my data. So remember very clearly, in your entire journey for the rest of your life, you should take care of your own data. And you should allow your data to be used with your consent. And you have the consent to ask anybody that you have shared your data with to erase. Not only you have the right over your body, you have the equal right over your data. And that actually is called privacy. And all of us are oblivious about that, and that's why we are profiled in the internet. Once again, coming back to the, my roots, I was reared up or taught in a school called Narendrapur Ramakrishna Mission, and that actually made me read Indian culture from class 5 to class 10. Had we not passed in any of the Indian culture examinations, we would not be promoted. So we read that, and we read that to our heart. And it actually made us think about our own life and, at the same time, about being human. So I'd like to end my talk here by telling you a story. I have written that story on this thing so that it is crisp and you understand. So that's why I'm reading it from it. One of the greatest poets of medieval era of India was poet Rahim Sheikh, whose ideology is still as influential as it was in his own time. Rahim's full name was Abdul Rahim Khan Khana. He was contemporary of Goswami Tulsidas and was one of Akbar's Navaratnas. He was very generous and used to donate a substantial part of his personal income regularly, just like Harshavardhan. Every morning when he sat outside his home, many needy people used to come to him for help. And according to their needs, he would fill their bag with money, clothes, and food. However, he had a unique style of giving, donating. It was well known that Rahim always gave donations while keeping his eyes low and never looked at the face of the people he was helping. Goswami Tulsidas once wrote a letter to Rahim and asked him, why does he lower his eyes while giving? So he wrote, ऐसी देनी देन यू कित सीखे हो सैन जो कर ऊंचो करो त्यू त्यू नीचे नैन. That means, oh friend, why do you give donations in this way? Where did you learn to do this? As you raise your hands to give, that you lower your eyes towards the ground. What Rahim wrote in reply was full of humility and intelligence, and I would request you to remember this and try to practice that. देनहार कोई और है, देवत है दिन रैन, लोग भरम हम पर करे, तासो नीचे नैन. That means the giver is someone else, that means Almighty God, who is giving day and night. People mistakenly think that I am the giver. Therefore, my eyes spontaneously bend down towards the ground with humility. I hope whatever I have said might not have any meaning for you, but definitely you will remain in your mind or keep in your mind that first and foremost of all, you should be a human with humanity. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to call Mr. Bidut Mojumdar, GM Admin, to kindly do the honor of giving the token of appreciation to Mr. Sanjay Kumar Das, sir. Thank you, sir.
ইতিমধ্যে আমাদের মাঝখানে উপস্থিত হয়েছেন আমাদের অত্যন্ত সম্মানীয় একজন অতিথি স্বামী সর্বত্যানন্দজি মহারাজ. উনি রামকৃষ্ণ মিশন বিবেকানন্দ এডুকেশনাল রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট বেলুরের উপাচার্য. আমি ওনাকে অনুরোধ করব স্যার আপনি কাইন্ডলি যদি স্টেজে আসেন, and I'll request Simarpreet sir if you kindly felicitate Swamiji. I'll request the volunteers to assist.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to call on stage Mr. Bidut Mojumdar, GM Admin, to kindly come up and give a welcome note. Sir.
Okay, good morning to everybody. And thanks for joining us. This is your first year, and you have to go for a long, even after finishing your study in this university, after that you have to build up a glorious and glamorous career. So all of you are looking for career, but definitely I will say the education is, on the one hand, is to build up the career, and another way to develop your character. Because both are equal in the life, and we understand that if you want to be a complete man, you need to get up your intellect, you need to develop your mind, the strength of mind, and certainly a bold character. without which you cannot develop a good career. So our university is definitely looking for these qualities. We are not looking only for quantity. We are having our intakes, definitely. We are increasing year by year, definitely. But at the same time, we are restricting ourselves to take the students, to admit the students with a quality touch. Because if we don't get good students, we cannot build up our base. This is a new university started from 15, and we are running our 9th year this year, and we are looking that in this way, like our Ramakrishna missions, like our Center of Excellences of our in country, we need to develop the foundation in that way that this university will prepare the idols of the country who will play globally, not only nationally. So you should be proud enough that you have got the chance in this university, you have admitted, and our desire, our urge is to you to build up yourself such a way so that you can place yourself without hesitation or without declining by any organization. They will offer you whenever you will go for the interview. Prepare yourself in that way. And certainly you should contribute to the industry as well as the nation, because we know whenever we are learning something, we are studying something, we are studying definitely to create, to innovate, to give the society something new. And after that, we need to understand that we have to take a decision to solve any problem, even within a very short while. So whenever you are able to develop or you are able to give a solution, alternate solution of a given problem, you must be considered as an intelligent. And we need intelligent students, we need effective students, and for this we are starting our journey with the dignitaries. We are here not to say much, but the dignitaries who have been invited here, we have invited them to share their experiences in their life by how they have become the dignitaries, and they are sharing your experience with you so that you can become dignitaries in future. So, my beloved students, you have entered into an organization which has a legacy of 25 years. It is not a new one, 25 years journey we are completing this year. And you know the name of the 37 institutes are there. I'm not going into that, but I can say that we have been spread in 15 campuses, and all the campuses are having the students like you. You can interact with them. They are always eager to know what is happening in the university, who are the leader of the JIS group, Educational Initiative. So I think you understand that how much responsibility you are possessing from now, and I am sure that you will prove yourself one day whatever we are asking from you the first day of your journey. Thank you very much. The blessing is always with you.
Thank you, sir. We now have an address by Mr. Dhruva Mukherjee, CEO ABP Anando, to say a little about his illustrious presence here. Mr. Dhruva Mukherjee joined ABP in '97 and currently is the Chief Executive Officer of the organization, overseeing the print, TV, publishing, and radio businesses of the group. Born and brought up in Calcutta and a die-hard Calcuttian at heart, he is a BCom Honours from St. Xavier's College, MBA from IISWNBM under Calcutta University, and an alumnus of London School of Economics and Political Science. Travel, food, and sports are some of the things that excite him beyond his interest areas in work. I would like to call on stage, sir, if you could kindly.
Right. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. My regards to all the dignitaries on the dais, and a very, very good morning to members of the JIS group, the parents, and of course, the new inductees or the new batch of students coming in. It's always a very exciting proposition talking to a batch of students coming in. You kind of go back 30 years in your life and imagine yourself there, trying to learn from the wisdom of others. And at the end of it, we don't know whether the journey was great or bad, but definitely helped us as we went along. It's been more than an hour you guys are sitting, so I'll be very, very brief. And if you're feeling very digitally suffocated, take out your mobile phone and do some Insta Reels while I complete my address. Right. Again, the brief given to all of us probably was to share our experiences and to share what we feel you should kind of keep in mind as you start your journey. But when I started my career, a senior of mine told me that, in any PowerPoint presentation that you make, a slide should not have more than 3 to 4 points. And then somehow throughout my life, I've maintained that. None of the slides that I've made in my life had more than 3 or 4 points. And today I am just one PowerPoint slide, and there are 13 to 14 others which are going to come in. So I'll just keep it brief to the 3 or 4 points that probably I want to share with you. And collectively, when I look at the stage, probably you have more than 300 years of collective working experience sitting on this stage. So by the end of this session, I am sure you go back much more enriched than what you came in. So my first nugget of information that I would like to share with you, which I picked up as we went along, is a phrase which I would call as hard work, smart work, failing fast so that you can succeed sooner. And that's something you need to keep in mind as you get into your coursework. Yes, there will be a lot of hard work. As you do your coursework, there are times when you have to also do smart work, and you need to distinguish which is applicable for what. There are no shortcuts in life, but yes, there are times you're going to put in hard work, there are times you're going to put in smart work, and there are times you're going to not succeed. I won't say fail. Fail is a very, very strong word, but the output probably is not up to your expectation or to your teacher's expectation. That's fine. There's nothing wrong in that. Only is that you need to learn fast. And as we said, if you want to fail, fail fast so that you can succeed sooner. So keep that in mind in whatever effort that you're putting in, and you will come out probably better than when you went in with that effort. The next thing I'd like to say that, you come into JIS, which is one of the best institute in this part of the country. And I'm sure at the end of your course, you will be all experts on the subjects that you have chosen to pursue. And in your pursuit of excellence, you will gather knowledge, you will be experts in what you do. But what I would also urge you parallelly is to become subject matter experts on life. And what I mean by that is acquire life skills. When you come into the recruiting table and we are sitting on the other side, yes, we'll look at your knowledge, but we'll also like to know whether you understand life and you have a hold on your life skills. And there is no shame in acknowledging, when you're starting your career, that there may be a few skills which you are short of. And you need to figure out, introspect, talk to your parents, talk to your brothers and sisters, talk to your friends, and figure out what is it that's probably lacking in you in terms of life skill. And it can be a communication skill, it can be a presentation skill, it can be grooming etiquette skill, I don't know what all. There are a whole lot of lists that you can go through. Identify that and invest some time in bridging that gap and building that skill. Because as much as it's important you know your subject, you also need to have a grasp on life. And that's one thing which will hold you good if you go along your journey. The third qualitative thing that I would like you to probably focus on a bit, and this is something our education system is now pivoting towards it. During our time, it was not so. And that is to build or to develop a curious mind. Make curiosity your sixth sense. During your coursework, just as you are searching for probably answers to questions you do not know, also learn to question the answers that are in front of you. Maybe I'm making your teacher's life a little difficult as you go along by saying this, but I don't think they'll mind for you to ask questions. Because I think we are increasingly getting into a generation where we are failing to ask the right questions. And hence it's very important for you, as you do your coursework, as you go along the journey of your life, to ask the right questions. So build a curiosity, build a curious mind, and it will hold you good for the rest of your life. And the final thing I'd like to say is, the fourth point, if I may put it, is the concept of roots and wings. and the Vice Chancellor actually touched upon it in his speech today, is after your course, you will enter the career, you will enter a professional world, you will enter the world at large, and you will spread your wings. And today, all of us here to wish you all the best, to pray for that fact that you spread your wings far and wide. But as you do that, never forget your roots, and try at whatever time in your life that destiny and God gives you to give back to that root. Because it is that root which made you what you are and not where you went. So it's very important to step back at time, look at life and say, have I done enough for the root which made me what I am today? So give back to your roots. And I won't take too many examples. You don't have to look for international icons and examples to understand these 4 things that I've said. The university that you got in, started by legendary late Sardar Jodh Singh. I think you look at his life. I have seen the documentary on his life many times, and I feel inspired every time I see that. He kind of practiced all these 4 things that I talked to you about today, where he definitely did hard work, and he knew when to do smart work. Not that he succeeded in everything he did, but he failed fast so that he could succeed in the stuff that he wanted to achieve and be successful. He was an expert in various things that he did, but very importantly, in his journey, when he migrated from the other side, Pakistan to India, he picked up life skills. He picked up survival skills. And he and his next few generations, he ensured had the right kind of skills to kind of navigate the challenges of life. The reason why JIS is so big and successful today is because somewhere he and the succeeding generation built a curiosity, built a curious mind to explore new things. And hence, if you see the group, it is in so many diverse sectors and yet doing so well. That's where it comes from. And finally, no better example of giving back to the roots, giving back to the society which made him, is the example of JIS group. No matter what they do, they never forget to give back to society. So you are now inheriting that legacy by enrolling in this group, and take this forward, seize the moment, seize the day, live the life that you want to be, and we wish you all the very best, and we'll support you all the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call Honorable Vice Chancellor of JISU-University, Professor Bhavesh Bhattacharya, to kindly do the honor of giving the token of appreciation to Mr. Dhruva Mukherjee, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honor. We have amongst us Dr. Omlan Chakraborty. He is the full professor and director at A.K. Chaudhary School of Information Technology, University of Calcutta, and he is also one of the adjunct professor at IIT Delhi. Dr. Chakraborty, he is having over 20 years of experience in engineering education research. Dr. Chakraborty has made significant contributions to the field of both national and international collaborations. He has completed a postdoctoral fellowship at Princeton University's School of Engineering and has since earned several prestigious awards, including DST, Boy Scout Fellowship in Engineering and Science, INSA Visiting Faculty Fellowship, JSPS Invitation Research Award, Erasmus Mundus Leaders Award, and so on. Dr. Chakraborty has guided over 20 PhD students and has got 200 research papers in his bucket. He has successfully supervised numerous research and consultancy projects with renowned institutions such as CERN, Geneva, GSI Helmond's Research Laboratory, Germany, DST, DRDO, Intel, and TCS. So we have Dr. Chakraborty. I'll be requesting, sir, if you kindly give a welcome address to our new students.
very good morning to all of you, my dear students and the dignitaries on the dais, the JIS family, though I know the family for quite a long time, right, and Shamiji, and okay, friends from corporates. Yeah, so it's a great occasion for me to be here and to be a part of the day when you are joining a university. Okay, so this, this itself should be a day to remember for all of you, I believe. Okay, because joining an university is such a occasion for our career that I also want to remember that when I joined University of Calcutta as a student like you. Okay, so you should remember this this day, right? And you should try to build up from today itself. Okay, because that's very much required. Okay, because you know that the life we had when we joined university, right, and the challenges you have when you are joining university are pretty different. Okay, so I got a so when I passed out from university, I got a job in Cadence. Okay, I got a job in ORCAD, which is now present Cadence. Okay, by speaking something which was just fine for a university student. Okay, but now if we try to get a job in Cadence, right, you have to be very high above, okay, from a standard university student. Okay, so this why I'm telling that if you focus that what you have to attain from the day one, right, your focus and your attention and your motivation, okay, remains guided, right? And I think all the dignitaries and all the experts who spoke before me, okay, try to say the same words, okay? So the main thing is that intelligence is something we cannot estimate always, okay? It is not that whatever score you got in your entrance exams, okay, that actually will lead to something very good, right, or might lead to something very bad. It is a probabilistic thing, right? But what is actually required is your motivation, your focus, your honesty, right, and your hunger for learning. This is very important that you try to look into every day as some sequence of hours, right, and try to find that whether you learn something from your university, okay, whether you learn something from your batchmate, whether you learn something from the university staff, whether you learn something from the people who are coming in your university as experts, whether you learn something outside the university also. Okay, so this hunger of learning will be something which will take you ahead, right, of the students, right, who okay, that means who are actually just not keeping the focus. Okay, so this is one thing I want to say to you. Second thing is that, okay, the life is a balance. Okay, it is not entirely that you will be driven by the motivations that you earn something. Okay, that means I'm pretty sure that all of you will get the jobs after you graduate from the university. But that shouldn't be the only focus of getting into the university. University is a bigger experience. Okay, for me and many of us who has done something in their life, right? University is a bigger experience. Don't try to lose that experience just on a target that you have to get something job after you getting graduate, because university is a learning process where you learn about the society, right, about the environment, about the people of our country, right, and that if you can mix with your domain of expertise. Okay, suppose somebody will be doing computer science, right, somebody will be doing physics, right, somebody will be doing bioscience, okay, somebody will be doing literature or business or finance, okay. So what you need to do, can you mix in your domain the people, the country, the society, okay? Then if you can do that, then it's the knowledge which serves the society, okay? And ultimately you know that, okay, that means you will be remembered, right, or you will be taken into consideration if you can show your contribution. And the best way of showing contribution is that if you have done something for the society. Okay, I think my previous speaker said that what contribution JIS group and the head of JIS group has done, and is doing, because they are remembered, because they have done the contribution for the society. Similarly, that will be also one of your opportunity to be in a university and try to learn that how your domain can generate some outcome from your society. It's very important at the present day, especially for the country of India, where still the number of educated people are getting higher education, because university means that you are in a higher education institute, okay? So getting into higher education in India, okay, still is a very privileged class, okay? You have to remember that all of you have got the opportunity to get into this higher education, okay, that higher education cluster means that you are a privileged class, right? And you have a lot of responsibilities to drive the nation. Okay, I don't know that, okay, that means obviously at the first day of your university, how much impact you can just, that means generate by just, okay, taking the term that driving the nation. But I think driving the nation is something which we are looking forward to you, okay? We at our stage, okay, can only, okay, give some sort of GAN, okay? But we don't have that amount of energy, okay, to drive the nation in a bigger way. We require your help, right? I require the help of my students. Okay, when Government of India calls me, or DST calls me, Professor Amna Chakraborty, we have to do this, or DRDO calls me, we have to do this, I look towards my students, because I can give the plan, right? I can give the thought process, but ultimately the job has to be driven by my students. Similarly, here also the same thing, that you need to generate enough amount of strength, right? Enough amount of strength so that at point of time, these university faculties or these university leaders can tell you, right, or the country or the state can actually focus on you and can tell that, hey, you are the person whom we want to have to drive the nation, okay, right, or drive our state. So this type of determination, courage, and willpower should drive you in whatever domain you are. If you are focused, if you have the thought process and eagerness to learn, I think you can drive the nation. Third and the last point is the most important point, okay, that you need to have a sort of care for the people. Don't feel that you are a privileged class, so in the privileged class you are actually trying to achieve something, but try to see that whether I can put one more in the privileged class, whether I can train one more people, whether I can train two more people, right, and can bring them in the privileged class, because the thing is that you are the persons, right, whom the others can depend, right? Others can have a belief on you, right? But the most important thing is that, again, I'm trying to reiterate, is that means you have multiple opportunities. Okay, at our time, right, we know that, okay, these are the only branches which we can do, right? But now, being a computer scientist, right, you can take a major in finance, a minor in finance. Okay, I hope the university has this type of opportunities, and these opportunities are really good. Okay, so you have so many courses are being offered by the universities nowadays, right? And so much of interactions are being done with the professional societies and professional bodies. It's a wonderful environment. I always feel that if I could have been a student at your age, okay, because you have so many things connected just when you're in the university, okay? We didn't have so many things connected when we are in the university, okay? But again there is a chance that being into so many things, right, you get lost out. Because so many things are there for me to do, right, you get lost out. So here the guidance of the faculty members, the hand-holding of the faculty members of the university, okay, that means is very important, and you should take this seriously. You don't take that, okay, that means faculty is telling something, right, and I am thinking something. Okay, just try to see that means whether I am into something where I have to get it out of the things, okay? Then the most important part of the things is the practical skills. Try to focus on that, okay? Okay, don't be entirely conceptual. Conceptual is required. Conceptual creates a baseline, Okay, conceptual knowledge, unless you have a conceptual knowledge, you cannot go into the baseline. But after the baseline, the contribution comes. But nobody is bothered about the baseline of something, right? People want that what you have done after it. Okay? So once you attain the baseline, don't try to neglect the laboratories or the field visits or whatever experience you get from the real life problem scenarios in your domain. Because these are the important, because I think Vidyut pointed this, that solving problems, people get valued. Why people get valued? I think after that, I will not tell you, but students coming out from an institute, okay, after 10 years, okay, somebody is getting 10x of pay package, somebody is getting 5x of pay package, somebody is getting 2x of pay package. Why is the difference? They are having the same degree, they might having the same experience, but why they have different pay packages? Okay, the answer is that pay packages are these. That means how much value they are creating, whether he or she is replaceable. Okay, if he or she is replaceable by a mass, okay, then obviously nobody bought. That means he's just managing with a baseline pay package. Okay, but if he or she is replaceable by only a few, okay, due to its value, what he or she generates, right, in his or her work, then obviously the pay package increases. Okay, so you have to understand that being professional, being coming out as a graduate, looking forward to doing some exciting jobs, really requires some sort of curation, okay, for you, right? You are very good so you're in university, but after this level, you require a curation, and that curation will be done by the university, by the faculty members of the university, by the environment of the university, by the experts associated with the university. Okay, I feel, so today I just use the platform to propose something to the university, right? They can accept or they can reject. Today is a very great day for our country, you know. Today it has been officially announced that indigenous technology has able to get a success on 6-qubit quantum computer. 6-qubit quantum computer has got a success, which is a collaborative work between TIFR, DRDO, and TCS supported the cloud application. Okay, I started my quantum computing research in Indian Statistical Institute in 2005, then went to Princeton, right, and then 2017 we just started work in India. Okay, so I am very happy, and I also request this university that please look into some of the topics, okay, like quantum computing and interdisciplinary research areas, okay, so that the students have more sort of mind to solve the real problems. Okay, thank you all once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words to our student. I will request Sardar Amrit Singh, trustee of JIS Group, to felicitate our guest. So, if you kindly do the honor. Thank you so much, sir. আমাদের মাঝখানে উপস্থিত আছেন রামকৃষ্ণ মিশন বিবেকানন্দ এডুকেশনাল রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট বেলুরের উপাচার্য অত্যন্ত সম্মানীয় স্বামী সর্বোত্তমানন্দজি মহারাজ। ওনার উপস্থিতিতে আমরা সত্যি সকলে ভীষণভাবে ধন্য। ওনার উপস্থিতি এই অনুষ্ঠানকে ভীষণভাবে আলোকিত করেছে। আমরা সত্যি উদ্গ্রীব ওনার থেকে কিছু শোনার জন্য। আমি খুব শিওর যে আমাদের স্টুডেন্টরাও, আমাদের ছাত্ররাও ভীষণভাবে উদ্গ্রীব, ভীষণভাবে উপকৃত হবে ওনার থেকে কিছু ইন্সপায়ারিং ওয়ার্ডস শোনার জন্য। স্যার, আপনি যদি একটু আসেন।
नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित सुखद स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे. Good morning, dear students, and respected Vice Chancellor, respected dignitaries present in the dais. I am very glad that I am here to address you students. Mainly, this kind of lecture, this kind of topics that we discuss here, we only get very few chances to speak to the students, one in the induction program and probably another when you graduate during the convocation program. I will also not take much of your time, just as the other speakers, because so many speakers are there and the subject matter, actually the very profound things the speakers are saying, but probably you are getting bored, so you may not understand that these are very profound things because the speakers are telling about their views about education. I will also do the same, but I will not give you a lot of boring time. So I will try to be very conscious as very brief. So I will talk about mainly three things that I wish to tell. Every speakers have got few things to tell you. I also have got few things to tell you. So I will, in the beginning, I will tell you what I want to tell, and then I will try to justify. And in the end, again, I will tell you. So first thing, I want to tell you what I think that education is. So as I am from the Ramakrishna Mission, we have got certain idea of education which follows the vision of Swami Vivekananda. That is man-making, character-building education. So our educational institutions also put a lot of emphasis in this character-building, man-making aspect. And I am actually very surprised to hear in this August gathering that many speakers have touched on this character-building aspect. Second thing is, which every educational expert talks about, that is knowledge acquisition and skill development. And third thing, which I will talk about, is scientific outlook. So these three things I will talk about. In fact, as a monk, this career and money making is the last thing that I will discuss. And that is allowed because I am a monk, so people even don't expect me to speak about those things. I only look about this education from the idealistic aspect. I am a computer scientist, so we engineers, and most of you are also in the professional engineering or science stream. So we engineers, whenever we take up any issues, we talk about three things: what, why, and then how. So we need to understand what, then why we should do that, and how we should do that. So when I am speaking about this man-making, character-building education or scientific outlook or knowledge acquisition, why a question comes? Though the students, they don't think about it too much. They have just come in the higher education, field of higher education. They have finished their school education. So they don't understand what is all education about. Generally, when we come from school education to higher education, the whole idea of education for the students, it has to change. Though for many of us, it is just a glorified school education. In the school education, mainly, I will just tell you briefly. So what, in our pedagogy, like education methods, this is called pedagogy. So in pedagogy, we try to understand what is the purpose of school education, what is the purpose of college education, university education. School education is for all-round development. So in school education, generally in many countries, it is compulsory because we think that all-round development has to be there for each and every citizen of the nation. So that is why you will see that in schools, you have history, civics, science, social sciences, language, and also sports, cultural, and few other skill development. So, skills are also taught. So it is actually all-round development. But when you come to higher education, you start having specializations. And another aspect of higher education is that it is not compulsory. You have chosen to undergo higher education. In school education, because it is compulsory, the onus is on the society, onus is on the teachers to teach you. So that is why the responsibility of teacher is only to cover the syllabus, and their responsibility is there whether you understand or not. But when you come to higher education, students don't understand, and sometimes even us teachers also do not understand. That the onus of understanding is now on the students. Now you have to take your education in your own hands. You have to choose what you want to learn, you want to choose what your career be, and you want to choose what are the skills that you want to develop. And here, because you have chosen the path of higher education yourself, the responsibility of learning is on you. So that is why in school we call teachers, and in college we call teachers lecturers, readers, professors. So they have to, for example, when you call lecturer, his job is only to lecture. Understanding has to be done by the students. Reader, he has to read everything. Professor, he professes, he claims, like a PhD, he has some claims to make about the subject. So only responsibility for lecturers, readers, professors is to know the subject thoroughly. Teachers in school, they only need to know about the syllabus, only need to know about whatever is there in the book. In college, in university, the teachers have to know everything about whole of the subject. And they need not even follow a book. But the onus of understanding is on the students. That students have to understand. So that means they have to put lot more effort in learning things. So that is why there is the students, because they have themselves chosen to come into higher education, they have to put extra effort. Some of the speakers, they talked about this hard-working aspect. So hard-working and perseverance is much more important for the students of colleges and university than the school. I come to the what is education topic that I spoke of in the beginning. We follow educational policy that is derived from the vision of educational vision of Swami Vivekananda, because most of you are Bengalis, so and Swami Vivekananda is a local Calcutta boy. So that is why you must have read about Swami Vivekananda. He said that education is the manifestation of perfection already in man, and the second line is religion is the manifestation of divinity already in man. And we are talking about education, so education is the perfection already in man. So there are some hidden truths or hidden statements that are hidden between the lines. What Swamiji meant was that because we have got infinite potential, we have got infinite life. And that manifestation is the goal of the education. See, when we have short-term goals like career, making money, what we mean by education is different. And when we have long-term goals, see, the learner has got infinite potential, infinite life. So these short-term goals do not hold too much attraction to us then. And whenever we talk about this long-term, infinite life, the goal of education is much different and much higher. So that is why we can justify that the goal of education is not actually our finances, our making money, our careers. It is actually transformation. It is transformation at the global level, which actually we see. See, over the 1,000 years, whatever global transformation has taken place, what is which component you can give most credit? It is actually the education of people, education of masses. Because of education of masses, there is this global transformation of the world, whole world. The politics, society, economics, everything has changed. Medical technology, our normal engineering technology, sciences, everything has changed. And you must say that we must, not just you, we, all of us, we can accept this, that this change has been brought because of the mass education. So this, whenever education, when we talk of long term, you will see that the goal of education is this global transformation, national transformation, and this, what we call personal transformation also. You say, no, our personal life is very small. But if you consider that your, see, we believe in Vedanta. Vedanta says that the Atma is immortal. So we have got this immortal life. And when we have got immortal life, this infinite development, possibility of infinite development is there, and we have to work for that. And we believe that any kind of education, it is cumulative in different lives. So that is why whatever we do in this life, it carries over to next life and carries over to further lives. That is why you see Thakur said that Javat Bachi Tavat-Shiki. You might have known this. So if it was not true, then why we should learn whole life? Only during the student life we should learn, and after that we can stop learning. In fact, most people do that. So once their student life is over, they stop learning. In fact, that is one thing I want to point you, the second aspect. First aspect is this character building I wanted to justify. And we can justify it by saying that, no, because our life is infinite, our potential is infinite, we cannot have this very short-term and small-minded goals. Money is important, but we have to put that in a proper perspective. We should not give it more importance than what is required. It is only a basic and very small thing that is needed in our life. And this actually the students will not understand because they are very young. People who are very old, they will understand after 50, 60 years, there are many other things in life. Our relations with our friendships, our friends, and our work environment. In our home environment, how we live, whether peace is there or not. Because most of the unhappiness, it does not come from very far. It comes from very near to us, from our neighborhood, in our family, our relatives, our spouses, children, parents. The most of the unhappiness that comes from our near and dear relationships. So that is why we understand after some age that there are many more things like peace and happiness, which is much more important than the money. And you will understand later that money may not necessarily give you happiness and peace. So that is why there are other things that I am talking about, which are actually more important than career and money. And unfortunately and surprising also, because very few people when they are young, they understand this. If they understand this early in their life, I think their life will be more peaceful and they will be more happy. So these things, the other aspect of the other goals of education, other goals of generally other things, many things, that we have to understand. That is why this goal of education I am telling you. And with this, when we understand the goal of education, that is a whole transformative aspect, then we understand that transformative aspect has to brought in our own life. That is why this Atmanu Mokshartham Jagadhitaya Swamiji said that this education is needed for Atmanu Mokshartham Jagadhitaya. So it is for the personal development as well as the global development, society development. You may wonder why this society development is needed, because there is a certain sense of unity between us and the world. So we are, if we are infinite, world is also infinite. We are, our progress is tied with the progress with the world. Our happiness, it is tied with the happiness of the world. So that is why this Atmano Mokshartham Jagadhitaya, many people have talked about this social responsibility. But I think this social responsibility is not just give and take. It is because of the inherent unity. So we are united with this world. That is why our goal of our self-development is also tied with the development of the world. So this aspect of the social responsibility is inbuilt in the character building aspect. Second thing I talked about was this knowledge acquisition and skill development. You have just come in the institute in your undergraduate program, PG program. Undergraduate program, mainly I will address in this aspect, because the PG students, they might also already they have heard about these things. So this knowledge acquisition and skill development, generally for education nowadays, in the professional education field, we distinguish between these two, like science, MSc, physics, chemistry, mathematics. They are more of the knowledge acquisition type, and engineer, doctors, management, these are more about the skill development aspect. Both are important, because you see, when I talked about first, I talked about what, why, and how. How is also very important, because what and why is just theoretical aspect. Swamiji said that an ounce of practice is better than a ton of theory. So this skill development aspect is what is the practical aspect. See, in our engineering and medicine and all the practical, all the professional fields, this completion of work is very important. Just knowing the subject is not enough. See, for example, when you build a Howrah bridge, just knowing how to build a bridge is not enough. You have to deliver a bridge. And the partial work is also not enough. See, I am in Bengal for last 26, 27 years. See, our people, they have a lot of fantastic ideas. And a lot of initiative also they have. But I call it finitiative. They don't have finitiative. So initiative they have, but they are not able to finish things, whatever they start. So in fact, it is not just the problem of Bengal. See, whole of the India, this engineering aspect is weak. I am from IIT Kanpur, so I understand this. In fact, I was born in Bhilai. So I saw that in Bhilai, people have more engineering attitude than the students in IIT Kanpur. Because you see, IIT JEE, how the students are selected. See, they are all very studious type of students. All the time they are studying. They don't have hands-on experience in anything. They don't, possibly they don't go even to the markets to purchase things. Parents will say, "Beta tu pad, beta and beti tu pad. तुझे कुछ काम करना नहीं है, पढ़ते रह, तेरे को बस IIT JEE clear करना है, clear करके बस तेरी जिंदगी बन जाएगी." So that is why you will see that the students who come to the IIT, they are not very practical in the engineering aspect, and they are more interested in theory. Many of our dignitaries, they might have experience with the IIT students, so they might or might not, I don't know, because some of the IIT students, they are, in spite of the society, they do develop engineering attitude, but the percentage that we want students to develop this engineering attitude, it is very less. In fact, one of the speakers talked about, Professor Das, probably, he talked about this curiosity. I forgot who talked about, or Professor Bhattacharya talked about this, curiosity. So this engineering and scientific attitude, you are all professional students, most of you. So this engineering and scientific attitude that we lack, actually we lack. So we have to get this. Somehow we have to get it. It's missing in our school curriculum, school system. The teachers, they don't try to inculcate this scientific and engineering attitude, but we have to do this in our educational institutes. See, many times, I'm as I said, I'm from the science background. So many things that I learned in school, actually they were clearly wrong things. So in fact, when we are taught Newton's gravitational law, we are not taught that it is just an approximation and really the Einsteinian theory of spatial theory of relativity, which is correct, or even things about a black hole, speed of light, etc. A lot of wrong concepts are taught in the school. I am talking about my own experience. So if I may extrapolate, I may think that in all the other schools also, same kind of misconceptions are actually taught. Probably the teachers themselves do not know. So this scientific, and not knowing things is okay, fine, because I am also ignorant of many things. But the lack of this scientific attitude, that is what I think it is problematic. Ignorance is not a problem, but the lack of motivation, lack of dedication, lack of hard working, lack of attitude, I think that is very important. So I ask students, rather than, Swamiji also said, this rather than the facts that are there in our education system, we should try more to have developed concentration. So I rephrase it. I say that we have to have changed the attitude towards knowledge, attitudes towards science, attitude towards everything. Because you see, science, it's not just a subject, it's a way of life. Like for example, Vedanta also we say, it's not just a subject, it's not a system of knowledge, it is actually a way of life. Science is also the same thing. Possibly what I am saying, you may not find it very significant, but science is not just a system of knowledge, it is a way of life. It's a whole attitude, how we look at the things, and how we do things, and how we decide for our future, what our goals are. Everything is a way of our life, and it's science when it does that, it's also is a way of life. And how we should do that, actually this what, why, and how. So naturally, in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagena cha grihate. These 2 years of life, you have to work with full dedication and motivation. There is no other way, no other shortcut for this knowledge acquisition, skill development, or even character building. So you have to put your wholehearted effort in learning skills and learning and knowledge acquisition. Last point I will add, and then I will finish my speech. So one thing also I wish to tell you about that we lack in our colleges, actually a couple of things. So that is this moral, ethical education. So this character building aspect, though our UGC, it has added this universal human values course in the curriculum. So probably your college will also in few years time, that is in our national education policy. So in possibly in your university education, this universal human values will be taught. And I say that though it will be a mandatory, and I know that students will not give much importance to that, but I say that you should give a lot of importance to the subject and also to your health, develop some sports, like your liking to sports and liking for culture. So when you are in college, you should not forget about this all-round development. So you have to have this moral building and then sports aspect and as well as cultural aspect you should take care of. With this, I will just remind you what I said in the beginning. So 3 things I say that you should do that you should do is one is character building while you are in education institute. And then second thing is lifelong learning and knowledge acquisition. You should develop love for knowledge. You should not think that knowledge is a means to achieve something, like means to have a good career, but you should have a develop independent love of knowledge. And third thing that I wish to tell you is to develop the scientific end. With this, I will finish my speech. Thank you very much. Om Shanti Shanti.
Thank you so much, sir. It was our honor to hear from you. It was our honor of our student to hear from you. Now I'll request Professor Bhopesh Bhattacharya, Honorable Vice Chancellor of JISU-University, to give a small token of appreciation to Swamiji. So if you kindly do the honor.
Thank you so much, sir. We now have a very short session by a student of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Harshdeep Singh. He's a shire, a famous shire of JIS. So a big round of applause for him. Harshdeep.
सारियां नू प्यार भरी सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, आदाब। मेरा नाम हर्षदीप सिंह है और मैं JIS यूनिवर्सिटी का स्टूडेंट हूँ। तो यहाँ पे जैसे ही बहुत पेरेंट्स बेटियाँ होती हैं तो कैसे ट्रीट करते हैं बेटियों को, क्या उन्हें सिखाया जाता है बचपन से, उसके ऊपर मैंने एक कविता लिखी थी। वो कविता कुछ इस तरह है कि पैदा होते ही लक्ष्मी कहा जाता है मुझे, पैदा होते ही लक्ष्मी कहा जाता है मुझे, उम्र बढ़ते ही सुरक्षित रहने का तरीका सिखाया जाता है मुझे। मैं पूछती हूँ किससे क्यों सुरक्षित रहना है, मैं पूछती हूँ किससे क्यों सुरक्षित रहना है, बाहर तो इस कविता से बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स होंगे यहाँ पे रिलेट कर रहे होंगे कि हाँ ऐसा होता है।
Thank you, Harshdeep. We have among us today Mr. Shankar Ghosh, Managing Director, Accenture, Asia Pacific. To say a few words about him, Mr. Shankar Ghosh is currently leading the technology solutions in Accenture for Asia Pacific. He is responsible for the business value creation, leveraging emerging technologies as well as sustainability adoption and innovation for several clients globally. He is currently the chairman of the Confederation of Indian Industry Eastern Region Startup Subcommittee. Sir has technology startups globally to help driven the open innovation to create disruptive edge for global organizations in various industries. Sir has granted multiple patents in artificial intelligence in the area of machine learning and computer vision. He holds certification in machine learning from the University of Washington, Cloud Advisor, Leadership Strategy from the Wharton Executive Education. He has also worked in multiple global roles closely associated with the Fortune 100 organizations. I would like to request Sir to kindly come up and say a few words and
Good afternoon, everyone. All the respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, my dear students and their proud parents. Today, right at the inception, I would like to express my thanks and gratitude for giving me this opportunity to speak on the very defining moment, on the day when you are being inducted to the JIS family. And I truly make this particular moment to become more memorable for you, and therefore I would like all of you to give a big round of yourselves, because all of us, we are here for you. So, first of all, what JIS Group is doing to disseminate education across multiple facets of streams within education, this is truly commendable, and I take this opportunity to express my thanks and gratitude to Mr. Simarjit Singh and all other leadership who are on the dais from JIS. I would be brief today in terms of talking about what has helped me during my journey of life, because I truly believe that life is all about a journey of excellence, and this is my individual point of view. I'm not talking about representing any organization. This is my individual point of view in terms of what has helped me in my life. I would like to share with you. So it would not be no more than 4 things I would like to talk about, 4 principles. The first one is that what we give attention to, that grows. And what do I mean by that? All of you can imagine, or you'd have seen the moments, the picture of dolphins jumping over the rope. And when I say when you give attention to, it grows, think about those whale trainers, the way they train those whales. They tie the rope underneath the water, and every time the whale jumps over the water, over the rope in the water, you know, they get food, and every time they just pass underneath the rope, these trainers do not give any attention. So this is called positive reinforcement. And when you reinforce the positivity, your strength, which are all within, it grows. So that is the first thing which I wanted to kind of bring it to as a teachable point of view, because it helped me in my journey of life. Obviously, Swami Vivekananda is an eternal youth icon of India who has been inspiring generations after generations. And once he said, we are what our thoughts have made us. So we need to take, we means including me, I believe in inclusivity, we need to take care of what we think. Because thoughts live longer, it travels far. So when I talked about the first principle in terms of giving attention to our positive aspect, our strength, these thoughts are also we need to give attention to. Because then the positive strength, positive thoughts would grow, and that would help you also to grow in your life. Third important point which I would like to talk about is a principle which I believe firmly, that no one of us is as smart as all of us together. And this is where the concept of collaboration comes in. Mr. Das talked about LLM, the large language model, which is used in the technology called generative AI. And I would like to introduce something which is called LLL. And what do I mean by LLL? I mean, the first L stands for listen. And this is where I talk about that why do we need to listen? Because all of us, we are unique. We have got a very different point of view because we gathered those throughout our life the way we have been brought up. And those unique point of views can add tremendous value. So therefore, unless we collaborate, unless we listen, we'll miss out. That's the first L. Second thing is learn. The L stands for learn. We are lifelong learner. When we stop learning, we stop growing. All of us, all of you are beginning your graduation, and please do not think that learning stops once you move out of these particular institutions. It needs to continue lifelong. Why? Because life around us is moving at a pace which we have never experienced, ever before. And it is like if we stop learning, we'll be watching a Shinkansen train, what they call it in Japan, the bullet train passing by, it zooms. But world around us is like that. It is actually changing at that pace. So the question we need to ask ourselves that, do we need to stand on the platform or we want to be in the train? So that brings in that learning, the second L, and I said LLL, and the third one is leading. So essentially, since the principle is, what I talked about is that no one of us is as smart as all of us together. We need to collaborate. And I truly believe the definition of team, the T-E-A-M, team, is nothing but together everyone achieves more. And that's where I think, I have been practicing this, and I would encourage, I would request, I would urge all of you to do that in your life as well. And one more thing, I talked about the first tell listen, is all about, had God wanted us to talk more, Almighty would have provided each one of us with 2 mouths rather than 2 ears. And this is where the listening by design comes into picture. And last but not the least, in Swamiji's word, Swami Vivekananda's word, that we have to grow inside out. It is all within. And that realization is very, very important. So therefore, to all the students, I urge, start believing yourself. And if you are not talking at least once to yourself, you might be missing out the most intelligent soul, most intelligent person in the world. So with that note, I would conclude and wish you all success in your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words for our students. I'll request our beloved Kakaji, Harandip Pal Singh, to kindly give the small token of appreciation from JISU-University to sir. Thank you, Kakaji, for doing the honor. We have amongst us Ms. Avanti Basu Chattaraj. She is the Head Business Development South Asia Joint Venture Partner Markets. Mrs. Basu Chattaraj is seasoned name in the hospitality and travel tourism industry, not only from the city of joy, Kolkata, but almost all parts of country. She is the Head Business Development for APSC South Asia JV Markets with an overall experience of 29 years looking after Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Afghanistan. Her journey so far conveys rich experience from airline sales to travel agency, business to GDS technology. She has been instrumental in curving many new enthusiasts of the tourism industry. The evolution of the travel and hospitality industry has been her core interest. We are extremely privileged to have her amongst us, and we would be requesting, ma'am, to hear from you.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. I think by now you all are all bored. So much of listening today. And just before me, I think Dr. Ghosh spoke about 3 Ls. Before that, you must have heard about LLM also. So too much of download that you all are taking today. Just to tell you that at some point of time, way back 25, 26 years, or maybe a little longer, I was also sitting in your area where I did my tourism management. And at that point of time, people used to think that if you're not a doctor, if you're not an engineer, if you're not a school teacher, then you may go into this industry, which is now one of the booming industries if you look at. We talked about new entrepreneurs, enthusiasts people who are really, really thriving in this industry. So I belong to the hospitality industry, travel, tourism, hotel management. There are several schools and colleges where you train yourself. And JIS is one of the university who has also opened this wing for enthusiasts like you, who are gathered here with your parents, who are definitely having a dream. And honestly, if you ask me, I will tell you that you have chosen a right profession if you are really carving your professional career in this field. Not only that, we talk about people who are traveling every day. We talk about people who are smiling and greeting you, giving you the service. So we belong to the service industry. When it comes to the service, it is definitely important that you learn. You have to learn the technique. Today, I belong to the GDS, Global Distribution System, which is bridging the gap between the end user, that is usually a traveler, and the travel maker, that is who's designing the travel for you. So GDS has gone way back in 1960s, where it started its operations, and when we have formed an organization who can come forward and help travel agencies to work more professionally. Today we are carving new entrepreneurs, new enthusiasts, and we definitely welcome young people like you who will take interest in coming and giving your expertise. So that also needs some learning. As we have already heard so many eminent speakers speaking about carving your lives, carving your professional career, you're in the right junction. But just to tell you how the journey should be like, apart from learning, it is more when you gather your experiences when you are in the industry. So while you are in the industry where you are already in a job, you start looking forward for it. You start learning while you're working. So there is one part of it when you are technically getting the knowledge. That is your books that we have already published. You go through it. There are a lot of videos that are available that you go through it. And then your practical experiences when you are there. Today is a prominent day in your lives. You are being inducted for the courses that you have enrolled for. And maybe for the next 2 years, that's another, I think it's a 3-year program that you'll have, you will go through it in several ways, several junctures, practicalities you will have. You will go to the interns. You will learn a lot of things when you are doing your internships. But importantly, what you should remember is, what are we doing today? We are trying to create new opportunities for our industry. There are other industries that people have already spoken about, but when it comes to hospitality and tourism, it cannot be just carved into a niche product. We have to think in many folds. We have to curate, and you become a consultant in driving those forces, designing it, and then giving it to the end user, the traveler. So importantly, when we talk about the hospitality, the first thing that we learn in this industry is a big smile on your face. You cannot be serving somebody with a hard heart and not happy, not comfortable. I remember way back sometime in 1995, I started my career with Jet Airways, and it was a prominent career at that point of time. Long 18 hours of standing at the airport and everything manually being done. Trust me, it is not an easy job. But still, when you learn that, you experience different people. You experience each and every customer coming right in front of you. As a travel agent or a travel consultant, you have to be proactively knowing the product the customer is today talking about. With the improvement in technology, we talked about the artificial intelligence. There is a question that, do we still need people? Do we need skilled people? Do we need human intervention? My answer is, you will always need a human intervention. And that is why we want people gathered here to understand what you are going to learn in these couple of years. What you learn, at some point of time, you may recall, you may understand that, hey, I have learned this, and then you have to put it into the practice, implement it, start working towards it. We talk about revenue generation. We talk about the GDP, how we are contributing to our country's revenue, economic development. Interestingly, if you check the statistics, there are about 4.7 million, more than that, foreigners who are coming into India. This is only a period of 2024. We have already suffered enough during the pandemic, and I don't want to remember those days. It was very hard, but at the same time, we have also learned so many things. We have learned how technology can help us sit at home and work. I report into Singapore, but I work from Calcutta. I do travel many of these places where I service the markets, but at the same time, it has helped me to make a better person, understand the niche needs of the customers that they come forward. Today, with the help of technology, the travelers are more smart enough. They come with every information that they would look and book from you. We have all the large online travel agencies, the OTAs. You can name it like Make My Trip, Clear Trip, Check My Trip. Any of these you can talk about. And we are technologically savvy. Today, the products are really available at the palm, or rather your hand, your fingertips. You get this information. How is this possible? GDS plays an important role while distributing these informations, not only to collaborate, but also to keep yourself updated. The airlines come forward because they also have a lot of products that are being inducted and how the travel agencies can benefit. We all talk about revenue, we all talk about people. So skill is the only thing that will keep you moving. With that, I welcome every one of you in this hall, the parents who have really come forward to encourage your children to take up the courses with JIS. And thank you, JIS, for giving me this opportunity to be in front of this whole crowd who will definitely carve their profession once they're out after 2 years. A big round of applause to everybody here on the hall. And thank you, all the dignitaries who are present and helping you to understand why this is important for you. With that, I end my speech, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll request the Director of Management Studies, Brotuti Bhattacharya. Ma'am, if you kindly give the token of appreciation to Avanti, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. We now have amongst us Mr. Ankur Chaturvedi, Associate Vice President, HSC, Excellence and Quality, Imami Limited. To say a few words about Sir, Ankur Chaturvedi, sir, is the head of International Supply Chain and Projects at Imami Limited with over 2 decades of leadership experience in operations, management and supply chain management across globally renowned organizations. He is an alumnus of the National Defense Academy. His career path took a turn after an injury, prompting him to pivot from the military career to the corporate world. He holds an MBA from the ICFAI, has completed the Management Development Program in IIM Ahmedabad, and is a certified assessor for the Tata Business Excellence Model and the Indian Manufacturing Excellence Award. I would request Sir to kindly come up and say a few words and encourage our first-year students. Sir.
Good afternoon. Well, I know standing here after so many brilliant speakers is a tough job. But then someone up there does not like my face. And I'm always given the toughest jobs. Now, Maharaj will agree with me that in our philosophy, the toughest jobs are given to people who are closest to God. And that's why I consider myself very close to God. So, just to make sure that my job is not as tough as I perceive it to be, can I request the lights to be please switched on? So that I can see that people are not dozing off. And if they are, then I can cut myself as short as possible. Okay, to tell you about myself, Maharaj mentioned about student life. Unfortunately for me, my student life never ended. I never had an opportunity of graduating out of a college. The last bit of formal education was my CBSE class 12th. After that, I joined the National Defence Academy, trained there for 3 years, and then just before I would have graduated and passed out and gone on to my military career, I was injured and I was medically thrown out. And thrown out is the right term. You are thrown on the street, 4 years since you did your class 12th, you don't have any worthwhile education, and you have lost your dream. My dream was to be an army officer. I still believe that Manoj Pandey, who was my coursemate in the NDA, took my Paramveer Chakra because God took it away from me and threw me on the street. I lost the will to live. But fortunately, I could manage to stand up. Probably military training is not worthless. It teaches you to stand back up, and I did. And I joined the tea plantations without knowing anything about how tea is grown or what tea is. And interestingly, I didn't even drink tea till the time I joined tea plantations. And I joined a company called Tata Tea. And I was very fortunate that I had a group like Tata's as my employers, which gave me an opportunity to continue my learning. And for someone who does not have an engineering degree, did his MBA by correspondence, and did not have the opportunity of going to a good institute like all you guys have, the fact that I can stand here and I have a leadership role in one of the largest corporates in India, I cannot be too angry with someone up there. When I joined Imami, I had a very interesting incident. There was, Imami had a factory where I was the plant head near Dunlop on the north of Calcutta. Quite a few of you will be aware of that. And I was invited in one of the local functions, and an elderly gentleman was there. And I greeted him, and growing up in the Indian Army, I know, and this is taught to us, to how to greet whom. So I said, Sat Sri Akal. And he looked at me, and very fortunately, he just put his hand on me. And I felt good. I didn't know him. Later on, I saw this elderly gentleman in the Gurdwara as well, doing seva. And fortunately, A few months later, again I met him, and by then I had found out that he was none other than Sardar Jot Singh Ji. Which this story I have shared with Simrinder when we met first about 10 years back. And what was great is his humility. At that time also, he had already established the JIS group, but he was so humble. If there is one thing that JIS exemplifies, right from their founder till the people you have sitting here, is their simplicity and humbleness. Now, all of you are at the cusp of becoming independent. You are young adults. You're not in school. Compulsory education is over. It is voluntary, but still it is required. You are not yet independent. You're still dependent on your parents, but you are expected to become independent and grow very soon. Till now, you were in a nest. Right now, also you are in a nest, but you just need to go out. And I have coined this specifically for young adults on what will make you successful, what will make you fly out of the nest and succeed. And what I call it is also the nest. We all talk about ourselves. We talk, success means what is that I get? And in the corporate world, ultimately, what is my CTC? What is the placement that I get? Which company will employ me? What will be my career? Yes, that is important. But that should not be your focus of your efforts. When I talk about nest, any ideas what N can stand for? The hint is on the left, on right on my heart. N stands for nation. And this is what the military says. Nation first, always and every time. So when everything fails, it is our military which stands up. So nation first, you keep nation first. Whatever you're doing, we are what we are because of our country. Everything, if we keep our country first, we will be better people. Our country will be great and we will be happier. Our career, our future is all dependent on our country. The next is the E in the nest, which is the environment. I am very proud to lead sustainability for Imami. I hold multiple portfolios and one of them is also to lead environment, social and governance in Imami. Environment is something which is critical. When we talk about environment, we talk about saving the earth. Well, earth existed before humanity and earth will definitely exist after humanity. We need to save our future generations. And the rate at which we are going, maybe even ourselves. For me, I am not so sure, but for you guys, I am absolutely sure the way the earth is going, you guys need to be very careful on what is happening now. The next alphabet in nest is S, which stands for society. Do something for society. What is a difference between me and an ant? An ant, every morning when it feels that there is sunlight, gets out of its nest, goes around foraging. Whatever it gets comes back, goes to sleep next day again, and one day it will die and disappear. What's the difference between me and the ant? I also get up every morning, go to office, earn my living, put it in a bank, go off to sleep, next day again, on a loop till the day I die and disappear. What is the difference between an ant and me? And this is what is in our hands to create that difference. God has created me different from an ant. It is my choice whether I want to remain an ant or become a human that I am capable of. And the last aspect is T, which is the team. We had other speakers talking about the team. Now, I would use a larger definition of a team. When you say a team, right now, as I am talking to you, my team includes everyone here, everyone there, and all the people here, because we are here together for a purpose. Teams can be temporary, can be permanent. My wife and I are a permanent team. I definitely believe so. Don't know about my wife. Similarly, when you are with your college, with your university, you are part of the university team. And what you do for your team defines what you are. Now, if you follow this concept of nest, I'm sure you'll be able to leave the nest and soar high with glory. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to call to kindly do the honors Professor Rakesh Kumar Dhardube, Dean of Juridical Science and Management, to give the token of appreciation to Ankur sir. Thank you so much, sir. We now have a very small cultural segment of 10 minutes, after which we will be distributing the awards to the first year students for the several events which they have participated in during the student induction program from the 19th of this month.
So first, in the cultural event, I will be requesting Orunima Ghosh from the GNIHM, Guru Nanak Institute of Hotel Management, for the cultural performance. Orunima.
Hello everyone. My name is Arunima Ghosh from JNIHM. I'll be reciting Omol Kanti by Nirendranath Chakraborty. Omol Kanti, আমার বন্ধু। স্কুলে আমরা একসঙ্গে
Thank you, Arunima. Now we have Aryan Kumar from CSC JS University. Aryan.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you, Aryan. Thank you so much. Now we'll be having a group photograph with all the dignitaries. I'll request all the dignitaries, sir, ma'am, if you kindly come in front of the stage and for the photograph.
Students, please bear with us. We only have 10 more minutes of the program left.
Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. Dignitaries, you are requested to kindly take your seat, sir and ma'am. So we are having some of our cultural events. So we'll be continuing with that. We are having Ananya Bakshi from GNIHM. Ananya is requested to come.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ananya Bakshi from Guru Nanak Institute.
Thank you, Anonna. Now we have Shomurendra Das from CSC JISU-University. Shomurendra, you're requested to come. So we will start with the category photography. So in photography, the third position is held by Gayatri Shaha from Computer Science and Engineering, JISU-University. Gayatri, can we have Gayatri? Gayatri Shaha from CSC. And I'll request Simarprit sir if you kindly give the prize and award to the Gayatri. In the second position, we have Preetam Banerjee from Computer Science and Engineering. Preetam Banerjee from CSC, who is holding the second position. Pritam Banerjee. And the first position is held by Omortyo Bala from the Department of Bioscience. Omortyo Bala from Department of Bioscience. Omortyo Bala from Department of Bioscience.
Thank you so much, sir. Next category is singing. I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, of JISU-University, Professor Bhavesh Bhattacharya, sir, to kindly do the honors. In third position, we have
Ishan. In the third position, we have, Shivani Mishra from the Department of Bioscience. Shivani Mishra from Department of Bioscience. In the second position, we have Shonchita Mondol from Department of Bioscience. Shonchita Mondol. And in the first category, we have Ishan Ghosh from the Department of CSC. Ishan Ghosh from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Many, many congratulations of the awardees. You have shown the true sportsman spirits and the enthusiasm in these categories.
Sir, please wait, please stay back. We have another category. The next category is dancing. Third, Shormishtha Dotto from CSC. Second in dancing, Shrimonjari Panda from Biosciences Department. And first prize in dancing goes to Ram Shankar Goswami from the Department of Pharmacy. Last award category is creative writing. Third, Sharka Tarneen Farik from CAC Department.
Sharka Tarneen Faik from Department of CSC.
Second, Simranjit Kaur from the Department of Biosciences. And first in creative writing is Aksha Khan from the Department of Juridical Sciences. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for doing the honors.
I hope the drama team, the team who have made the play, are ready. So we have Sneha Bhattacharya from Department of Pharmacy, Noyan Bhattacharya from Department of Pharmacy, Shomarendra Das from Department of CSC, and Shrestha Purohit from Department of CSC. You all are requested to come up on the stage.
আমরা সবাই এখন ছাত্র জীবনের মধ্যে দিয়েই যাচ্ছি। সকলেই জানি পরীক্ষা মানেই রাত জেগে পড়াশুনো,
H.S. Maji, Dean of Academics of JIS University, to kindly come and give the vote of thanks, sir.
Esteemed guests, Honorable Chancellor, and our beloved MD sir, trustee members, ladies and gentlemen, and the faculty members and my dear students. It is with immense pleasure and deep sense of gratitude that I stand before you today to deliver the vote of thanks in the Student Induction Program 2024. We have had an enriching session today, and it is heartening to see the enthusiasm and the curiosity displayed by the newly joined students of JIS University. JIS University is a beacon of academic excellence and innovation, established with a vision to foster the nurturing environment for the intellectual growth and personal development. Our institution has consistently upheld the tradition of providing holistic education that prepares students for the challenges of tomorrow. At JIS University, under the ambit of JIS Group Educational Initiative, we are proud to diverse range of programs and disciplines, each designed to not only impart knowledge, but also to inspire creativity, critical thinking, and a passion for lifelong learning. Our distinguished faculty members bring a wealth of experience and expertise to the classroom, and they are dedicated to guiding you through an enriching educational experience around the next few years. On the very outset, I would like to extend my gratitude to our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Sardar Taranjit Singh, for entrusting us to carry out the academic program at JIS University. I would like to acknowledge the contribution and continuous support provided by Mr. Simarpreet Singh, Director JIS Group. We are lucky to have with us today Sardar Amrik Singh Sir, one of the trustee member of JIS University. Our esteemed speakers for the day, we had Mr. Sanjoy Kumar Das, MD Webel Technologies, Dr. Amlan Chakraborty, Director School of Information Technology, Calcutta University. You had a chance to listen to Ms. Avanti Basu Chattaraj, Business Development South Asia Joint Venture Partner Markets. We had Mr. Sankar Ghosh, Managing Director, Accenture. Mr. Dhruva Mukherjee, CEO, ABP. My gratitude to Reverend Swami Sarvottomanandaji Maharaj, Vice Chancellor, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute, and Mr. Ankur Chaturvedi, Associate Vice President of Imami Limited, for their encouraging knowledge and knowledge delivering address to our newly joined students. On the dais, we had Mr. Bidyut Majumdar, AGM Business Development of JIS Group, and our beloved Kakaji Harinder Pal Singh. We thank them for their continuous support and encouragement to conduct this induction program. I extend my thanks to Ms. Brotati Bhattacharya, Director, Faculty of Management Studies, JIS University. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. Proloy Ganguly, Principal, GNIHM, Dr. Rakesh Kumar Dhardube, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Dr. Shukanto Dasgupta, Dean, Agricultural Science, and on the first row we had Mr. Xavier Gomes, Advisor, Guru Nanak Institute of Hotel Management with us throughout the total time period of the program. My thanks, wholehearted thanks, goes to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Bhavesh Ranjan Bhattacharya. Under his leadership and active guidance, we have fulfilled the desire of Sir to conduct this beautiful induction program to embark our students on their new academic journey. Thank you, sir, for your kind cooperation, guidance, and support throughout our journey. At the end, I must extend my thanks to JIS Group and the members from head office. In the back end, we had Mr. Sunil Kumar, Mr. Jasbinder Singh Man. Thank you for your kind support. My support and thanks goes to VC Communication for this wonderful decoration of this auditorium. Thanks to Saki Caterer for the lunch that you people are waiting. And of course, Bisho Bangla Convention Center for providing us the place. Lastly, my dear faculty members, faculty colleagues, for the past 1 week, your untiring effort, I have seen the pain that you had taken to fulfill the desire of the university and to present this beautiful program. Thanks to all the faculty members, staff members, specifically different committee members, and the student volunteers. Lastly, my thanks to the newly joined students of JIS University. We promise to give you a wonderful career in the near future. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Now, before we move on to the prerogative part of the program, I'd request each and every one of you present here to switch on your flashlight to make this memorable throughout your lives. Flashlights, please. Everyone, each and everyone in the auditorium. Flashlights, everyone. More, I want more. There are more than 1,000 students present here. Yes. Wow. This should brighten up the total day, right?
Great. That's great. Wow.
So we belong to one family, JIS University. A big round of applause to JIS University and all the newly admitted students.
Kavya from the back end, please play the national anthem. Students are requested to please stand up. We'll end up with Jana Gana Mana. Lights gulo জ্বালিয়ে দেওয়া যাবে হলের
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all. Students, please wait.